He says to the guy, but you know what I said to him? I didn't say to him that, but I was going to say to him that, but that's not what I was really going to say, because what I was actually going to say was something I wasn't actually going to say.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Dirk Cheap.
and
that's news to us.
No, wait, I don't think we say it there. We say it there or we say it there?
Both.
Well, either way. Guys, welcome.
If anybody knows, it's me.
It's Tom. Tom's here.
So, first story today.
No. Come on, dude. Well, first of all, it's called the top story.
Top story.
But you don't get the top story. Is this your first time doing That's News to Us? It's your first time doing it with me.
Technically, I've done That's News to Us every single time. But you can go ahead.
I met at the table. Is your first time at the table?
I've done That's News to Us before.
Yeah, but not with me.
Yeah, I have.
All right, well, regardless.
Take it away.
Come on, thank you. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Joe.
Somewhere in a village is missing an idiot.
Yeah, well, he's gone for the next week.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, that's good. He's talking about his dad. Anyway, guys, emergency crews responded Tuesday to an SUV that driver spotted submerged in the Yakima River in Washington State. So it's not your dad. But the Yakima County...
I hope not.
Well, the Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the driver claims he did it intentionally.
He intentionally drove into the river.
I hope he didn't tell his insurance company that, because they will intentionally not pay for it. But about 11 a.m.
He tried to live in his SUV down by the river?
Hey, look at you, Tom. That's a really good one. That's fun. Tom Foley, Chris Farley. But this happened at 11 a.m., Tom. So he must be drinking.
That's early in the morning.
That's early,
some
dude.
people.
Well, I think for being... my guess is that this guy was inebriated, but we'll see.
I mean, given that time and the where it is, that was 8 in the morning for us.
No. 2 in the afternoon for us. It's Washington State, goes the other way.
That's right, the 3 hours back.
Can't brain over brawn. That's what happens. I just won the battle of the brains, dude. I did it.
This just in, shut your face.
Anyway, around 11 a.m., callers said they saw a blue Suburban in the water in Yakima River, near Century Landing, in the gap south of Yakima and the Union Gap. It doesn't matter. Sheriff's deputies responded and found the vehicle in the water and the owner nearby. According to YCSO, I don't know what that is.
I would presume...
Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Right, that's pretty presumptive.
More than likely.
But I feel like that sounds right.
More than likely.
It says it right there.
That would also probably be an indicator.
The owner of the vehicle told them that he had replaced the thermostat in the vehicle and needed to fill the radiator with water. That seems ridiculous.
Continue.
Deputies say the driver told them he intentionally drove the SUV into the water so that he can get the water into the radiator. The vehicle has since been towed back out of the river. So, I mean, you know, this guy could have just peed in the radiator. Or just got a gallon jug or a bucket from the river and poured it in the radiator.
So he got a new thermostat.
Yep, brand new.
And his immediate first thought was, I need to fill it with water. What is the easiest way to fill my vehicle with water for the thermostat?
I would say a bucket.
Well, clearly that's incorrect. The fastest and best way to flood the entire thing would be to go into a river.
What amazes me though, Tom, is that this guy is smart enough to replace his thermostat in his car. Do you know how to do that?
I do not. I don't even know where a thermostat is in a car.
I know, well, I believe that it's in the radiator.
That makes sense.
And I believe that it opens and closes depending upon the level of temperature, the amount of fluid it goes through, but I could be completely wrong. But I have no idea how to replace it. But you know what I do know, Tom?
What do you know?
Not to drive my car in a river.
Yeah.
That makes
sense,
right?
I know that too. So nice, we both know the same thing.
Well, that's good.
That's very good. You know what is something else that we know?
What's that, Tom?
That yet another IT department has leaked your private info. The good news is, it's happened so often, no one wants to buy the data. So the names, social security numbers, and information from driver's licenses and other identification of just over 40 million former and prospective customers that applied for T-Mobile credit. You don't have T-Mobile, do you?
Wait, I do have T-Mobile. Wait, what?
Oh, that may not be good.
Well, you can steal my identity. Good luck with it.
We're exposed in a recent data breach, the company said Wednesday. The same data for about 7.8 million current T-Mobile postpaid customers appears to be compromised.
What's postpaid mean? What does that mean? Is that like a prepaid, but different? Because it's post?
I would assume it's different, considering the prefix is different.
I mean, I pay my T-Mobile monthly. I don't do a prepaid.
Right, so that's probably postpaid because you're paying for it and then you're getting the stuff.
Daggone it, so I'm one of the 7 million probably then.
You easily could be. It could be you.
Good luck with that, guys.
Appears to be compromised. No phone numbers, account numbers, PINs, passwords, or financial information from the nearly 50 million records and accounts were compromised, according to this report.
Well, what was then?
Names, social security numbers, and information from driver's licenses and other identification, which, social security, kind of important.
I think it's important, right?
Just a little bit, like you see how close my fingers are, they're not actually touching, but I
think it's important though. I think but if you have bad credit, what does it matter?
I don't know.
I'm not saying
I genuinely don't know.
Just saying.
T-Mobile also confirmed that approximately 850,000 active T-Mobile prepaid customer names, phone numbers, and account PINs were exposed.
I said prepaid. How many prepaid?
850,000.
That's not nearly as many as 7 million.
That's less than a tenth.
Yeah, not even 1/10. No, it's more than a tenth.
More than a tenth.
You were not batting 1,000 today.
No, I'm not.
Man, I thought you were smarter than this. Anyway, Tom, you're smarter than this. I was just kidding.
The announcement comes 2 days after T-Mobile said it was investigating a leak of its data after someone took to an online forum offering to sell the personal information of cell phone users. The company said Monday that it confirmed there was unauthorized access to some T-Mobile data, quote-unquote.
Just some.
And that it had closed the entry point used to gain access. The company said it will immediately offer 2 years of free identity protection services and is recommending that all of its postpaid customers change their PIN. Its investigation is ongoing.
I don't have a PIN. I have no idea what this postpaid crap means. T-Mobile should reach out to us and let us know what's going on, I feel like.
They probably should, but here's the thing. So here's kind of a misconception about a news report like this. When private information is leaked, especially from big companies, you don't find out for years. If this happened in as short a time frame as it says, which sounds like about 2 days,
damn,
then that's actually remarkably fast. Remember the big Target data leak from a few years back?
I do remember.
That happened months, if not years prior.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
They just don't release that information for a number of reasons. Most, half of which I don't remember. One reason I know is I'm operating on really old information on when I'm trying to remember. This is back when I was still in college. I had a
long time ago. He's been in college years ago.
It has been years.
Mm-hmm. Literally years.
Yes. But one reason was just that the... Has it only been 3 years?
I was guessing 4.
No, I think it has been 3. That completely beside the point.
Nailed it.
The Target data breach, you don't want to tell your customers that because for one, you're going to lose a lot of customer faith and loyalty.
That's true.
Hey, by the way, we're just letting you know so that in case you see a weird purchase happen that they kind of breached our database. Because for one, it looks bad on the company. For two, people are probably going to be like, well, fix it already, you dang corporate idiots.
Yeah, you dingwits. Dingbats.
Sure.
Dingwit's not a word.
I didn't think so.
Dingbat.
That is. Or at least I've heard of it before.
It's not a word. Ow.
You good?
I cut my finger the other day when I was cutting my sandwich. It's embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it.
And you say you beat me in a game of brains.
I have twice tonight.
Yeah, but I haven't cut my finger cutting a sandwich.
Ever?
I don't think ever.
Well, good for you, Tom.
I could be wrong on that.
Exactly.
But probably not. But yeah, so there's all sorts of reasons that they don't immediately... Well, you are.
Yep, in your face.
Anyway, I'm having a serious, this is important stuff for the people to learn.
Listen to this, guys. This is important.
The IT departments are literally in a constant battle to make sure everything keeps updated and also battling human error, because that's, the biggest thing. Because people at companies get emails that are just like, hey, you want a free iPad, and input your credit card number, the 3 wacky digits on the back, and the expiration month and year. And don't actually do this. This is for the purpose of the joke.
Don't do this.
Do not give your information. Do not put that in the comments. That's purely for a joke and hypothetical. Do not.
Do you know that at my job I get fake emails and they're trying to set you up and see if you fall for phishing? It's called phishing.
It is called phishing with a PH.
And then if I click on it and report it as phishing, they say, congratulations, you did not fall for your test. They try and trick you all the time. Say that crap to me all the time.
That is your IT department doing its job.
Yeah.
So good job to your IT department.
Way to go, guys. You're the best.
like, I can understand for, like, the workers that's like, I have to do another one of these. But no, it's important, because if you don't know not to do this, you're gonna wind up doing it, and then next thing you know, it's because that stuff can get traced back to you, and you're gonna wind up losing your job.
Yeah, you get in trouble for that kind of stuff nowadays, even if it's not your fault. I wonder what's going on with that DVD player.
It's plugged into the thing that our one set of lights is plugged in. So whenever we turn that on, the DVD player turns on.
I thought you were playing something I didn't know about.
No, that just doesn't. I think there's a workout DVD in that from when Dad was using it.
Oh, nice. How long ago was that? Like years?
Come
on, I'm just kidding. He's not here.
But yeah, so yeah.
Is that it?
Your information is gonna get leaked. Like, just everybody, please be careful with what you post online.
Yeah.
You know, like me personally, it baffles me how many people just willingly put their faces online, like we're doing right now, for entertainment purposes.
I feel that you're wrong.
But I mean, just like, you know, the people who aren't into, like, you know, YouTube, like people who are just on social media, just like, you know, you don't have to put your face on it.
Wait, on Facebook? It's called Facebook.
Facebook is part of the reason that this is even a problem.
But wait, I don't think your face. Why is your face a problem? Nobody's buying anything with this
because
face.
of deep fakes. AI generation is getting to the point that you can make faces of people that don't exist and look real.
That's weird.
It is, and soon enough, there's gonna be things where, like, I would be able to, like, they already kind of have it, where, like, I could, like, superimpose basically your face onto mine, start talking, and it looks like you're saying stuff, but it's not actually you.
That's pretty crazy, Tom.
It is.
This can happen?
It can happen. It could happen to you. It could happen to anyone.
It's probably gonna happen.
Probably not.
I don't feel confident at all.
Probably not anytime really soon. That technology is still kind of in its infancy, but we keep working on it for some reason.
Tom, the good news is my identity sucks and nobody wants it.
See, you'd say that.
Maybe I'm trying to reverse psychology. But seriously, my identity sucks and nobody wants it.
Well,
anyway, Tom,
I've said pretty much all I'm going to say on this. Just please be smart with your information on the internet. People do go on the internet and just tell lies.
It's true. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true.
Be smart and question everything.
Question everything.
And if you, like, if there's something that's just like, hey, put in your information, unless you absolutely have to, like I can understand putting it in for, like, Amazon, because that's such, like, you're doing it again.
I know, I'm sorry.
Like, Amazon is so, like, ingrained as much as we may or may not want it to be.
It is nice, though. It's very convenient.
Yeah, it is.
Just order something
but, like, you know,
tonight.
like, you know, be smart about, like, phishing emails, other scams. Maybe don't get corporate listening devices installed in your house,
like,
even if it does.
Too good to be true, it probably is, right, Tom?
Exactly. And also just, like, you know, things, people are out to get you.
People are a-holes. That's what Tom's trying to say.
That they are. And they will sell every last dime and information about you for whatever.
And they'll sell their soul to the devil because they don't care, because they're despicable scumbags.
Or they think it's funny.
Or they're despicable scumbags who think it's funny. Either way, they're scumbags, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to hang out with those guys.
Anyway, we've reached the natural end of that. What's your next thing?
Tom.
Joe.
Ceiling rat is watching your classmates. I don't know.
I understand that meme. Or the rewriting of the meme.
I do not understand it. So, rats scurrying around some classrooms.
Explain the meme?
I would like to, yes.
So the original meme is just like there's a ceiling tile out from like you know how like schools have like the ceiling that like all
drop ceiling.
That. There's one where like one tile is out and there's a cat up there just peeking down. So it's ceiling cat is watching you and then
this ceiling rat is watching you.
Ceiling rat.
Your classmate.
Right, except the ceiling cat would watch you something that rhymes with classmate. And it's not appropriate.
Masturbate. Is that what it was?
You don't have to say it out loud!
Oh, I'm sorry, I just figured it out. My brain couldn't stop myself. Anyway, rats scurrying around. So the moral of the story is don't do that with a drop ceiling. And you'll be fine.
Exactly. Moral of the story is ceiling cats. Not even once.
No, they're not even cool, dude. So rats scurrying around some classrooms in Schur High School in Montebello has led to the delay of start of the school year for just for thousands of students.
I was going to say tens of thousands of students. What?
Big school. Just thousands of students. In-person school was supposed to begin on Monday for high schoolers, but instead they will have to wait a few more weeks while crews and an industrial hygienist work to get rid of rodents, clean up the mess, and sanitize before they can return to campus. Well, that's impressive that they call high school a campus, for one. For two, there must be a lot of rodents. And thousands of kids. How many kids you seen with the show at one time? Not thousands. 1,000 tops.
1,000 tops. I know.
Not even.
I mean, like, my graduating class was the largest in.
Mine
the
was
largest
too.
ever.
Mine was the largest at its point in '97.
I think that ours might have topped yours in population.
What was yours? Mine was 127.
Ours was like 180 something.
Whoa, crushed ours.
Yeah, apparently people were getting freaky in the late 94 to early 95.
Wait, when did you graduate?
13?
I guess you're probably about right?
I mean, 95.
I was graduating in
my birth year,
97.
so considering everybody else in my grade to be just about the same age
94.
as me, then...
Whatever, Tom. All right, so you won that battle, so we're tied. Video from inside one of the school's classrooms showed a rat scurrying around a cabinet, then jumping down to the floor, then to a chair, and then running towards the desk. There were also rat droppings, and books and papers appeared to be shredded by rats. Disgusting.
Shame.
Al Cuevas, a teacher at Schur High School, posted his thoughts about the rat-related closure in an Instagram post on Monday. Today was supposed to be my first day of school in person since March 2020. Instead, we were shut down because of a complete rat infestation.
You know, actually, I didn't even think about it. That makes sense. If there's going to be limited staff, there's going to be less people looking out for signs of rats.
100%. So they were.
And if they're a school big enough to house thousands of students, there's so many places for rats to hide.
So many places, and they went unnoticed for months and months and months, and then they reproduced so quickly. Rats do.
That's their rats.
Mark Scriverna is an interim superintendent. Scriverna, sorry.
I don't know. I'm just trying.
Yeah, you're just trying to up me. I see what you're doing. Said the school's C building, which is the largest, has been deemed as a location infested with the rats and labeled unsafe for students and staff. That's a lot of rats, man. Yeah, right? Out of the abundance of caution.
$4, baby. You want fries with that?
I'm on fire, dude. It was determined that the best course of action was to delay the start of the school year for everybody's safety. Ongoing cleanup efforts have happened, but moving forward with instruction via the modified independent studies module. So the good news is they have this in place already because of COVID, so they won't miss out on anything. In the meantime, some sections of Schur High School remain open for registration books and materials pickups, counseling appointments, technology support, sports, lunch distribution, and other school-related businesses. So classrooms aren't happening, but they can make their money, so that's important.
That is important, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, it's a school. Schools shouldn't need, like, the school should be well enough funded as it is.
Well, not in New Jersey.
Maybe that's a hot take. Is that in Jersey?
Well, we pay a lot of money. No, it's not in Jersey.
No, you're just saying.
But we pay a lot of money towards the schools.
And what do we get? Football!
Yeah, barely.
Good point, yes. Anyway.
Get a marching band. I was trying to help you out. I always liked the marching band, Tom.
The marching band's good, but people.
They helped make my football experience better when I was playing.
People weren't joining it though when I was in.
No,
that's the problem. Everything was going to football and sports. Yeah. Sport ball.
Not us. Sport ball.
Sport ball.
I knew a lot of cool kids from the band.
Exactly, band's cool. Learn to play music.
I played saxophone, but then I started playing football.
Traitor.
My buddy Chris played football and was in the marching band. He did both.
Alright. Anyway, this has nothing to do, so I have no segue for this, but the Lincoln Memorial has a typo. The article about the Lincoln Memorial typo also has a typo.
Oh, that's exciting. I would love to hear about this.
Yep, there's a typo on the Lincoln Memorial. The National Mall and Memorial Parks posted about the typo found in the north interior wall of the chamber as a part of President Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural speech that's carved into the limestone.
Okay.
So, that's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal. It's carved in limestone. Can't just erase it.
That speech was delivered on March 4th, 1865. It was Lincoln's perspective on his first term and the Civil War, park officials said in a post on Facebook. The typo was with the word future, which was initially engraved as future.
Oh, no way, dude. This dude...
Park officials believe the artist, Ernest C. Bairstow, grabbed an E stencil instead of an F. Capital, by the way. Which you guys will be able to see because I'll have the thing up there. It has... You can be able to see that there's a little darker gray section where they tried to fill it in.
That makes sense. I would try and fill it in.
If you look at it now, the extra line was filled in, but you can still see the error. Now, the hilarious thing actually is that on the time of me taking the story so that I can read it, the typo in the article about the typo has been fixed.
Well, that's BS. What was it?
So I have no idea what the typo in this story actually was, but it's hilarious that happened. And like that's just like, I can understand like messing up for like something like an email that you're sending out to like a client, or even like
you're typing it fast.
Exactly. Like it's a little less acceptable if it's being sent to like somebody higher up in the chain, like your boss or something, or like to anybody in particular that's like
But you can at least understand. So my guess is, I email people all the time. I'll type it all out and then I'll reread it, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, when you're stenciling things and you're carving things in stone, you can't read. Once it's there, it's there.
Right.
But I would also know that because I'm doing that way, I would read the words ahead of time and make sure that all right, future. I wouldn't just take. I wouldn't do one letter at a time. I would do one word at a time to make sure the word makes sense.
Right, and it's this was back in the 1800s.
This guy probably felt like
it's
crap.
not like this was like a laser engraving. This was done by hand. So how he didn't know, like how he got like okay. Oh, that's an E.
Oh, he knew it too. This guy knew it. He was like, son of a gun, I can't believe it. Dude.
Like how, like unless he.
What am I gonna do now?
Unless he was going letter by letter and not like by word, like. Okay, so the next word is the. So I need T-H-E. Ting, 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 ting.
Right, that's what I would figure that you would do.
That would make sense. If he's going like letter by letter.
And if he's grabbing the letter, why wouldn't he know it? Like eat it. Like I've never seen an E with a U after it. A word. Euchre.
No, there's words with that's in E, U.
Not euchre. Euchre is a card game. If you guys don't know about it, it's fun. It's like spades and hearts kind of put together.
I don't know what that game is either.
It's fun. You know spades or hearts? You ever play either one? No, really?
I'm not.
Euchre's a lot of fun.
I'll take your word for it, since apparently I'm getting no other information.
I played it in Kentucky a lot. It's like a card that you pick a suit and you have trump cards, and it's not Trump the president. Trump.
I know what you mean.
But it's a lot of fun. But you get books. It's like if you've never played hearts or spades, it would take a long time for me to explain it to you. If you played hearts or spades before, then you would understand kind of how.
Because I am halfway lost. Anyway,
2-1.
Yeah, how you?
Because euchre, U-E-U. Oh, how did he mess it up? I don't know. I bet that guy knew it right away too. And it was like son of a gun.
Probably, and it was just like, nope, we're good. It's it's all done. Thanks for the check. Bye.
Yeah, because by the time they noticed the E.
That is a federal monument at our nation's capital.
For Lincoln,
people are going to be seeing that until this thing gets demolished. Whenever that happens.
It won't get demolished.
Exactly.
If you have,
that's the point.
If you have to rank like our top presidents of all time, like Lincoln's probably top 3 at least, right?
And he has a typo.
Top 4, top 5 definitely, but I think top 3. For most historic presidents.
Probably.
Well, who else would be above? Washington maybe because he was the first.
Washington,
general.
Jefferson.
Jefferson wouldn't be above Lincoln.
Probably not above Lincoln, but he's like. Well, you said in terms of memorable.
Well, yeah, right. People that are historically important presidents.
Right.
I feel like that it's Washington and Lincoln, if not Lincoln and Washington. Lincoln was a president during the Civil War. Washington probably first, right? Washington
doesn't get enough recognition? Teddy Roosevelt.
I agree. Teddy Roosevelt is also...
That man needs more recognition because he did good work and...
He might be number 3. Now, people that know Nixon would unfortunately be up there because he got impeached. So that would be a whole different reason why he's up there. But
memorable, not honorable.
Exactly. I think that Lincoln and Roosevelt would probably be up there too. I think my top 3 would be Washington, Lincoln, and Roosevelt.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's interesting. See, we're talking about presidents. Look how smart.
Speaking of being interesting, Joe, you got facts?
I'm sorry, I do not.
You don't have a fact?
No.
Okay, well in that case, I got something. If you're not getting a fact, this time you're getting a paradox. So.
Interesting.
If you ask Rick Astley for his copy of the Disney Pixar movie Up, he can't give it to you. Because he's never going to give you up. But in doing so, he's letting you down. But he's never going to let you down.
It's freaking great.
Well, that's
news to us.